live on YouTube. Can you hear me clearly and see me clearly? Let me know. Can you hear me clearly and see me clearly? Give me just a second here. I got to fix something real quick. There we go. That should be a lot better there. Lewis Fuller's in the house. Good afternoon, host. I just gave you a like. Thank you, Lewis. Are you still around? Let me know if the sound is going through properly. Let me know, bro, when you get a moment. Gonna wait just a few minutes before we get things rocking and rolling here today. I feel really, really good today. I was kind of exhausted yesterday, which is why I didn't stream. I mean, I did an early morning stream yesterday, more like a late night stream, but I just took the rest of the day off. I just needed to catch up on rest. If I didn't catch up on rest yesterday, I would have been facing the wall of burnout. And because I said, okay, I'm going to get some rest, I'm not burned out. Sometimes all it takes is one day of rest to prevent burnout from happening, which would keep you out of commission much longer than that one day. You know, the body can take a lot of punishment, right? We can push our body to the extreme. And it can take a lot of punishment. But every now and then, the body's going to say, all right, I've had enough. I need at least a day to recoup, right? I've had enough of you pushing my limits. This is my body talking to me, saying, I've had enough of you pushing me to my limits, Eli. You need to take a day off. You've been going like 365 days straight. And you think you're Superman, you think you're indestructible, but no one is like that. No matter how strong they are, no matter how well they take care of themselves or how good of shape they're in, etc., right? Lewis, are you still around, bro, or are you gone already? Let me know if you folks can hear me clearly and see me clearly. I have a very interesting topic to discuss today, and I have a lot to share about it. Ooh, the water is full today. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. I decided to come out to one of my favorite trails, the trail at Bar Island on the other side of Highway 101 in beautiful Redwood City, California. It's like 68 to 70 degrees. And people are, working. It's a work day, so this is a great time to come on this trail if you're self-employed or do what I do, because hardly anyone is here. You almost have the whole place to yourself, right? You feel like you own the damn place, right? They need to really fix this knob here. Still busted. I'll give you the perspective of what I see when I walk in. Beautiful, right? And Lewis Fuller, thank you for having me on your live stream earlier today, bro. I greatly appreciate that. You're a good guy, man. You and your sister Adelaide. And Adelaide, if you're around, or if you're around, Lewis, let Adelaide know. We can talk tomorrow morning at some point. I know she reached out to me privately to talk. And I've just been very, very, very busy the last several days, or the last week, actually. It's been just crazy for me, partially because I met a new woman and I've been getting to know her and spending time with her. Still trying to run my business here, my YouTube channel, and as a jackrabbit. And other things, being there for my family and just lots of other things going on, right? And still recovering slightly from this herniated disc. It's still lingering a little bit every now and then. It inflames every now and then, but today I feel good. I think the pain is almost gone. I'm here. Hear you okay? Hi. Hey, Lewis. Awesome, bro. Thank you so much. Yes, I am here. Okay, yes, I saw that. Thank you, Lewis. Audio and video looking good, right? Anyway, we're going to wait just a few more minutes before we get started here. I want to mention something at the beginning of this stream. I made a change that I want to make everyone aware of. This only affects people on YouTube, and because my mobile live streams are only on YouTube, this is not even going to affect people that watch my live streams on Facebook and D Live, because I only do in studio live streams over there. I don't simulcast these. There's no way to do it. Actually, there's probably a way you can do it with a third-party app, but I use the YouTube app to do these mobile live streams. Plus, I want to keep my mobile live streams exclusive to YouTube. I'm trying to get as many people as possible from the other platforms that, I promote my business and share my content at over to YouTube, because no matter what anyone says, YouTube is the best platform for video. Has the best video and audio quality, has the most features, has the best monetization aspects if you're a monetized channel like mine. And I just like YouTube. Actually, I love YouTube. Yes, it can be crazy at times. There are a lot of crazies on this platform, and it can get frustrating when your videos and streams don't get enough views, and revenue can be down certain months and up other months. It can be a roller coaster, but you want to know what? I still love it no matter what. And if I could do this for free, I would do it for free. That's how much I love it. Lewis Fuller says, "You're welcome." And he says, "Yes." So the update is I made a change to who I allow to chat in my live stream chats. When YouTube launched the new feature several months ago, where you can now choose to only allow subscribers, people that are subscribed to your channel, to chat within your live stream chats and video premieres, I started to set my live stream chats to only allow people to chat if they've been subscribed to my channel for a minimum of 20 hours. Sorry, not 20, sorry, a minimum of 20 minutes or more. So let's say somebody just subscribed to my channel right now. The way I was doing it in the past, they'd have to wait 20 minutes and they could chat, right? I've actually now changed that to a little bit of a greater amount, and I'm going to explain why. Let me just wait for these people to pass by. I've now changed that to only allow people to chat in my chat that have been subscribed to my YouTube channel for at least 24 hours, not just 20 minutes. And I'm going to tell you why, because I want to do whatever I can to virtually eliminate all trolls and haters. Now, doing it the way I was doing it before, only allowing people to chat after being subscribed for 20 minutes, it did cut down on a lot of trolling. But, some trolls, still waited out the 20 minutes, right? Well, now they're going to have to wait 24 hours, right? And some of them will do it. Some trolls, you could set it to a week, right? Before you allow somebody to chat. They'd be subscribed to you for a week, right? And they would wait it out. But then that would be killing my actual audience, right? So I don't want to punish my audience and only allow people to chat in here that have been subscribed to my channel for at least a week. I think 24 hours is the perfect amount of time. I'll tell you why. Because there's a plane. I don't know if you can see it in San Carlos Airport. I think it's going down to like LA or something. Private airport. There's a private airport for those of you that haven't been following me for a while. One city south in San Carlos. California. So I'll tell you why 24 hours is the perfect amount of time to make people wait to chat once they subscribe to my channel. Because it'll allow those people that are truly here for the right reason to watch one of my streams or watch some of my other content until the 24 hours expires, and then they'll be able to chat after they know a little bit more about my content, right? Look at that bird right there. Look at that bird right there. Wow, that's beautiful. Hey, buddy. Just kicking it right there. I'm just walking on by. Hey, what's going on, bud? Look at that. They're not even afraid. That's cool, right? They know we're no harm. We're not going to harm you, birdie. There you go. Wow. Let's see if we can keep up with that bird. That was awesome. Lewis, could you see that, bro? Are you still around? Hey, Adelaide, what's going on? Do you see that bird? How you doing, Adelaide? Adelaide, I'm glad you're here. I'll repeat what I said a few minutes ago. If you're around at some point tomorrow, you and Lewis, we can definitely have that phone conversation. Here, give me a second. Some people are coming. We can have that conversation tomorrow if you'd like. I'm sorry that I didn't get back to you sooner, Adelaide. I've been super swamped with just a bunch of things I explained at the beginning of this show. But we can make it happen. What's up, SIFUSMO Dion? What's going on, bro? How's the audio and video, man? Are we looking all right today? By the way, let me just finish up what I was saying. So that's why I have it set to, I have my live streams chat set to only allow people to chat that have been subscribed to my channel for 24 hours or more. Because that way, number one, for the good people, give them a chance to see some of my other content before they chat. And number two, it's going to force trolls to wait 24 hours before they can troll on their sock accounts. But this is what the trolls would do. The trolls would set up like 10 accounts, right? And subscribe to me from all 10 of those accounts, right? And then like either hit me one day at a time, right? The trolls, they're always going to find a workaround, right? But we're just going to make it a little bit more difficult for them, right? We're going to make it a little more difficult, right? Anyway, it's a beautiful day out here. Just waiting for a few more people to pop on in, and we're going to get right to it. Dion, a.k.a. SAFUSMO. I don't know if you've seen one of my live streams from the San Francisco Bay Trail in Redwood City here where I live in the San Francisco Bay Area. But this is over at Bar Island on the other side of the freeway. This is near the bay. These are called the wetlands, bro, and I love this trail. It's a nice, simple 3.5 mile walk. If you go to the other side, it's closer to 4 miles. And it's just beautiful, man. It feels good. You see, SAFUSMO, Dion, we know some other people that could certainly use some exercise, right? Instead of getting out on a trail like this and maybe doing a walking with purpose stream or something like that, they sit on their ass all day in their home creating and instigating drama and drama streams, right? While they get more and more fat, right? You ever noticed, SIFUSMO, that most people that run drama channels are at least a little out of shape or very overweight? I mean, I don't want to talk smack, but I could care less if this guy trolls me. I'd probably gain more subs. There's a guy named Isaac who runs the BR Guest channel, right? All he does is instigate drama all day, every day. And then he plays video games other times, right? He was handed a free channel that used to be run by a guy called Kid Behind the Camera or something like that. And he has like connections at YouTube because of Kid Behind the Camera. So whenever one of his streams goes down for a copyright or terms of service violation, he's back up in like 20 minutes, right? But he's a big guy. He's like a big, like 300 plus pound guy, and he's like 5'6" or something like that, right? You ever notice these drama channels are primarily run by guys that are overweight and out of shape and have nothing better to do than sit on their ass all day and instigate drama? The Queen is here. What's up, Queen? How you doing? Haha, yup. A lot of fat trolls out there. Oh yeah. I mean, I could mention them all here, Dion, but I don't want to give them the notoriety. You know what I mean, brother? They don't deserve the notoriety, right? But anyway, let's get right to it, folks. We got most of the crew here. Queen, welcome to the show. You're going to love this, Queen, because this is right up your alley, Queen. This is a great topic, right? Let's get to it. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, the Walking with Purpose live edition, live from the San Francisco SF Bay Trail at Bar Island in Redwood City, California. I'm not afraid to share where I'm at or use my first and last name. Elias Melas, Coach Eli. How you doing? Want to come join me for a walk? As long as you're not trolling, it's all good. Let's hang out, let's do an interview on the trail, right? This is episode number 130. And today we're going to be discussing a topic that's very near and dear to my heart. It's a topic that it saddens me that this is the way the world has become. The topic is 90% of all content nowadays is exaggerated. Why is this happening, right? 90% of all content today is exaggerated. Why is this happening? It's at least partially exaggerated, right? And this happens not only on social media. Social media is the king and queen place of exaggeration, right? Not only is this happening on social media, but nowadays even the mainstream media is exaggerating shit more than ever before. Why? Because now the mainstream media has to compete with social media, right? And if social media people are exaggerating, making up shit to get attention and steal viewers, then the mainstream media is saying, well, we're going to do the same thing, right? We got to keep our ratings up so we have more sponsors or we're out of business, right? You folks feel me on that so far? I was at the Dilly Show. Oh, how was it, Queen? SIFUSMO Dion says, hello, Queen. Queen, how's the audio and video to you? Is it working okay for you today, Queen? So, give me a second here. So why is this happening? Why are people exaggerating things? At least a little bit. Some people completely exaggerate things and make things up, right? Why are people doing that on social media and in the mainstream media? Why? Because there are so many creators out there, there are so many content providers and content creators out there that are fighting for the same audience that they feel the only way they can get attention and get enough ratings to make it successful is to make shit up, right? It's to make shit up, make up drama stuff, and do stupid things, right? How many of you today in the audience here heard what Nicki Minaj did? I heard the story partially. I'm probably going to butcher it. Queen, you could probably tell me. You know who Nicki Minaj is, right? Nicki Minaj was saying that like her boyfriend or somebody's boyfriend or something, some guy became impotent because of the pandemic shot, right? And that's the furthest thing from the truth, right? She puts that on there, and now her Twitter account is locked out for spreading misinformation. And I don't blame Twitter for shutting her down for that. How pathetic is that? Nicki Minaj, you're popular on your own. You're a popular artist, right? Music artist, right? So now you got to go on to social media and make up some elaborate BS because I guess she was pregnant for a year and she's been out of the spotlight, so she had to find a way to regain her attention by making shit up, right? By making things up. Nicki Minaj went on Instagram to rant. I heard it all. Queen. When I heard that story, I watched a guy on YouTube, Queen. You probably would like him. His name is Jeremy from The Quartering. You guys should subscribe to The Quartering channel. TheQuartering. The Quartering. Jeremy. Like, I subscribed to him. I've been subscribed to him for like 2 years now. That guy does like 5 to 10 videos a day. Any story that's big on and off of YouTube, he puts it out there, right? And I don't have a whole lot of time to search for stuff, right? So I go watch his stuff. He was talking about this. And when I heard that fabricated BS that Nicki Minaj did, I was like, all right, what's this world coming to, right? And I started to more and more put 2 and 2 together and realize that 90% of all content on and off the internet, meaning on social media and off social media, such as the mainstream media, regular TV, right, is all fabricated BS. I don't know him. I'll share the link in the Facebook, the private Facebook moderator chat, Queen. By the way, moderators, I am no longer using Google Chat, formerly known as Google Hangouts. I've transitioned pretty much all of you over to Facebook. And again, I think it's a much better idea because it's much easier to verify people are real on Facebook because Facebook does a very good job of deleting fake accounts immediately, unlike Google and YouTube. Google and YouTube, they love trolls because trolls watch ads, right? Trolls watch videos and they watch ads, and then Google and YouTube still get paid, right? And then so does the creator, right? But anyway, so that was one thing that kind of triggered me to want to talk about this, right? Okay. The other thing was this, I kind of shared a little bit about this the other day. Here in California, we just had that recall election where Governor Gavin Newsom, was being recalled for something really stupid, right? For setting some COVID rule and then, I guess, breaking the COVID rule. I guess Newsom, Queen, said that you shouldn't go and spend the holiday with your family. And then he went and spent the holiday with his, right? So it's kind of like a hypocritical thing, right? And I can understand that, right? I can understand, even though I voted for him and I support him. I know many of you folks don't. Many of you conservatives don't support him. Even though that wasn't, the best thing to do, I don't think that's enough to practically try to recall, or a fancy word for impeach, a governor, right? And then you had this guy, Larry Elder, a conservative talk show radio host, right? Who became the front runner if Gavin Newsom was recalled, which Gavin Newsom won by a landslide. He's still in office. I mean, what were these people thinking, right? California is a blue state. California is way more liberal than conservative. Now, I have conservative friends here, right? And they're cool. I love them. Don't get me wrong, Queen. I have very nice conservative friends, and they're great people, right? But do you think that Larry Elder thought he had a chance to get Newsom removed and then take over? When California is the bluest state, we're like the liberal capital of the world, Queen. You know that. Queen, tell me I'm wrong. And you're in New York, Queen. That's a liberal state too. But you have conservatives there as well, right? Just like we do here, right? But look, California is the most liberal place on the freaking planet. This whole thing was a waste of time, right? A waste of time, tax dollars, energy, effort, right? The media strays the masses aside. Yeah, that's right, Dion. It was rigged and it was part of the plan. Well, that's what they're saying now, Queen. Queen, this whole thing was like a repeat of what Donald Trump did after he lost the general election last year. So you have conservatives recalling Gavin Newsom in the bluest place on the planet, right? The most liberal place on the planet where liberals outnumber conservatives 2-1. And there are a ton of independents here that more so go the liberal route, right? They knew, Elder knew this was never going to happen, right? So why did Elder do it? He did it for free publicity at the tax dollars of the tax, at the expense of the taxpayers. I mean, this all came at the expense of the taxpayers. I've got this conservative radio show. My ratings are tanking a little bit. I'm going to pull this ploy. I'm going to create some drama, not only on the internet, but in the mainstream media. Shit, CNN covered this. CNN broadcasted this live nationally. I didn't even know who Larry Elder was before this. I didn't even care. But now I know who he is. All this was a ploy to get attention. Just like when Nicki Minaj spread misinformation about COVID, saying that it made this man impotent. That's a bunch of crap. Shit, CNN had Dr. Sanjay Gupta, come on the show and say, I like Sanjay. Queen, I'm sure you don't like Dr. Sanjay Gupta. I like Sanjay Gupta, right? Because he's honest, right? CNN put out a video on their YouTube channel titling it, Dr. Sanjay Gupta comes on to debunk Nicki Minaj's false claims. I gotta tell you, man. Why can't people be real anymore, man? There's so much fake crap. There's so much fake crap on the internet. On YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. There's so much fake crap. Even the mainstream media. You're right, Queen. Half the stuff on the mainstream media is crap also, right? But they have to make things up. Why, Queen? Because they won't get enough attention or ratings to satisfy their sponsors if they don't, Queen. Whew! I got some people coming, but I want to show you the views here for a second. Another one I've been talking about lately. You guys remember Jake and Logan Paul? Remember when they created YouTube videos? Remember they did that video in the suicide forest that got them removed, right? Now, Jake Paul, I believe it's Jake, not Logan, Jake Paul is doing fake, fabricated boxing matches at $50 a pop pay-per-view. Why in the world would you want to watch a Jake Paul fabricated boxing match and pay $50 on something that's pre-written, right? What do people get out of this stuff, right? Why do people love this fake shit so much? Why? It's entertaining? I mean, if they want to watch something fake, watch WWE, formerly known as WWF when I was growing up. World Wrestling Federation. Now it's entertainment. Right. His boxing matches are staged. Of course they're staged, brother. You didn't hear me say that, did you? They're all staged. Dude, why in the hell would people pay $50 a pop to watch a fake fight? But they pay for it, dude. Then you have guys like me that come out here and truly help people. I've got real content that can change your life, make you a better person, right? And create something great and even monetize it. People want to pay for fake shit. They don't want to pay for the real deal. I don't get it. Even for a real fight, I know. See, Dion, you were one of those guys that had like the black box back in those days, right? That would descramble the pay-per-view, right? I had a buddy of mine that had one of those black boxes, right? Remember those, the cable boxes, right? This was during the analog days. Once digital came in, you couldn't do it anymore, right? But back in the analog days, you could descramble the satellite or the cable signal, right? You used to also be able to hack into DirecTV, but not anymore. And so he had the black box, and we would go watch the fights, all the Tyson fights, back at his place back in those days, right? And I remember there was one time we were watching the match, and the cable guy was ringing the doorbell, and he was shitting in his pants because apparently the black box had omitted a signal that was not right. And when the cable guys walk around, they have a reader or a little machine that can pick up that illegal signal, right? So he shit in his pants, right? He quickly disconnected everything and let him in, put the regular box back, and he goes, "Oh, it's kind of funny that I was getting a weird reading from here, but I'm not getting that anymore." What happened was they had this extra piece, this blocker, that would block that signal from being picked up, the descrambling signal, and he forgot to put it on. But yeah, we used to watch those fights back in the days. Yeah. LOL, says SIFESMO. You know what, brother? You and I are a lot alike, bro. What a lot of people don't realize about me, Dion, is that I'm not saying I'm all that. I'm a pretty cool guy to hang around with. And I'm not as square as people think I am, right? I've made mistakes, and I've done things in my life I'm not too proud of. I think we all have, but for the most part, I've always been the kind of guy that could never hurt a fly. I care about everyone, right? I give everyone a chance until they don't deserve that chance anymore. Meaning I give everyone the benefit of the doubt until they no longer deserve that benefit anymore. And I give people second chances. Like I did a stream on that last week. I give people second chances. But after a while, especially if you're dealing with trolls and haters and drama channels on YouTube, it doesn't matter how many chances you give them. They don't care about you giving them a chance. All they care about you is continuing to feed into their drama and going back and forth so they can make a mockery out of you to their audience and keep making donations and sponsorships. I had to figure that out, Dion and Queen and everyone else, Lewis, Adelaide, whoever else is here, right? When I came out here on YouTube, I didn't even know about that, right? It's so surreal, right? I never even thought that could be possible, right? All you want to do is work with people and create content together that would help both people. And these drama people, they lead you to believe it's a collaboration, but they always flip it on you once you go on their shows. They say, dude, we're going to have a real debate, right, with a fair judge, right? And then I'd go on the show, and I would be kicking butt against the opponent, right, in the debate. And then they would have a judge on there that would intentionally make me lose, even though I was winning. And after you deal with that, a few times, you begin to realize that, that's what some people do on social media, especially YouTube nowadays, right? Then you totally withdraw. What is that? Somebody dropped something. It's like a little case there. By the way, my Ray-Bans are 8 years old. The Wayfarers, the classic Wayfarers, the black with the green lenses, right? The original. 8 years old. They were so oxidized. And I've been cleaning them with this cleaning kit that I purchased. I showed it on one of my live streams about a week and a half ago. This Rain-X headlight restoration kit, right? And look at these. These are 8 years old. If you can see the side here. I don't know if you can see it. They are much cleaner than they were. If you go back and watch some of my former Walking with Purpose streams, you'll see how clean these are. And I didn't want to buy a new set of Wayfarers. They're like $150, right? When I bought these 8 years ago, I found a special that this sunglass company online was having. It's still around. It's called AmericanSunglasses.com. Unpaid endorsement. I got these for $105. They're the genuine real thing. They're the real deal. $105. You can't find a deal like that on Ray-Ban Wayfarers. So I'm like, I'll just spend like $17 and try this restoration kit. Plus, I'll tell you this. Like, sunglasses to me, you get emotionally attached to them, right? When you've walked a bunch of trails with these same sunglasses, and, they're still, look, these are, Ray-Ban frames are very durable. They can last forever. The only problem is after a while, they get oxidized on the side, and it's hard to remove. If you can find something that will remove that oxidation and keep them looking new, they'll last forever. Plus, having the same sunglasses, like I said, is an emotional attachment thing. It's like, cool, I've gone all these places, and these sunglasses are still intact. Then I can go to my friends and say, look, you guys keep buying those cheap-ass $20 sunglasses that break every 6 months. So you're spending $40 a year on sunglasses, right? After 8 years, you spent after 8 years, $40, that's $320, right? For cheap-ass sunglasses that don't even protect you from the sun. I spent $105, and 8 years later, these still are the same glasses. That's why I always buy the best shit, because it lasts the longest. Not only looks good, and doesn't make you look like a cheap ass, right? They last longer. That's the point of the matter is they last longer. Sure, I like looking good too, right? But they last longer. That's an interesting perspective. Are you talking about the emotional attachment of the sunglasses, Dion? Hey, Dion. Whether we admit it or not, bro, us guys get emotionally attached to shit too. We just don't admit it, right? When we're with a woman that we love and care for after a while, we get emotionally attached. We just don't tell them, right? We don't tell them. It's not the most manly thing to tell your woman, hey, babe, I'm emotionally attached to you, babe. God. They just know when we are because, we just show them with our affection, right? Dion, men and women are both emotional beings, dude. We both have emotions. And we both get attached to shit, right? Anyway, we're halfway through, and I'm actually feeling pretty good. I'm going to keep it live on the way back. And I may even go to the other side. I haven't felt this good in a while. I think my pinched nerve is almost finally healed after a year and a half. Check this out. The iPhone 12 Pro Max should have great auto exposure. The iPhone 13 is coming out. And it's the same size as the 12 Pro Max. The iPhone 13 Pro Max, same size. The difference is it's going to have 120 hertz refresh rate, and the cameras are going to be a little bit better. But for the most part, it's the same damn phone. But this phone has been amazing, especially when I use it to shoot 4K 60 frame per second videos. How is the YouTube feed right now, folks? Can you see it pretty clearly? Because these live streams on YouTube are only done at 720p, 30 frames per second. But it should be decent enough as long as the 5G reception is good. Haven't shown this in a while. Why are wetlands so important? Historically, wetlands have been one of the most undervalued ecosystems in the world. All right. We're going to head on back. Let me just check out the chat real quick. Yes, look good. You're good. Thank you. Men definitely can get attached. I get attached to my dog, says SIFUSMO. Yeah, I used to have a dog when I was younger, bro. I was really attached to my dog. All right. Another plane flying into the San Carlos airport. My perspective as I go down from the observation deck. Let me ask you folks out there. I know you folks really like these Walking with Purpose streams because they're outside of the studio. Do you prefer the Walking with Purpose streams over the in-studio streams? Or do you like a combination of both depending on the content and what needs to be shown on the screen and what can be done while you're out? Can you folks let me know in the chat, do you prefer Walking with Purpose live streams or do you prefer in-studio live streams? Or a combination of both? I'm also going to be doing some more pre-recorded videos at 4K 60 frames per second soon. There's a lot more content coming. We're going to be doing some collaborations with the moderators that are here in this chat right now. We're really going to get this thing going. I like the combo of both, says SIFUSMO. Lewis says hi, SIFUSMO. Lewis says hi, Queen. What other examples can I come up with regarding 90% of content nowadays is exaggerated? I mean, do you folks agree? Queen, Dion, aka SIFUSMO. Here comes another plane. I'm going to get this. Let's take a look. Wow, that's a big private plane. Oh my gosh. That is like a private jet. That's one of the biggest private planes I've seen flying into that airport. I thought it was a real plane for a second. Can you folks see that? That must be a luxury private jet right there. Wow. Lewis says both. So does SIFUSMO. Queen says yes. That's a big plane. Or it was a big plane. All right. So yeah, do you folks in the chat feel that the majority of content nowadays is either completely fabricated, exaggerated, or at least somewhat exaggerated? And why do you feel it is exaggerated? I'd like to know your thoughts as well. All the way on the back, that's Highway 101, US 101. about 30 minutes south of San Francisco. So Highway 101 will take you right into San Francisco. If you go south, it'll take you to San Jose. It's another one of our major cities out here in the Bay Area you folks have probably heard of. Yes, says Lewis Fuller. Yes to what, Lewis? Be more specific. Lewis, you're from my generation. You're not being a lazy millennial and just saying yes with... See, Coach Eli likes people that elaborate, right? Go into more detail, right? Nowadays, it's all about yes, yep, BRB, you know, CYA, cover your ass, LOL, laughing out loud, LMFAO, we know what that means, right? Nowadays, you text a chick that you meet from a dating app, right? The first text you say, hi, ma'am, whatever her name is, right? Let's just make up a name, April. Hi, April. It's Eli from Match. How are you doing today? She's like, I'm fine. HBU. HBU? I didn't even know what the hell that meant initially. And I'm like, oh, how about you? We can't even write how about you. We write HBU. How about you? We have some damn lazy, illiterate people nowadays. You know, in the U.S., we were already the most illiterate place on the planet. Oh, geez, another plane coming. It's gonna come right over me here. Wow. We were already the most illiterate place on the planet here in the U.S., and now we've just gotten worse with this short code laziness. Yes, the view is amazing. Could you see that thing fly right underneath me at the angle I had it, Lewis? I'm trying to. I'm a one-man show. I've got this sophisticated setup here. I've got the selfie stick. I've got this adapter for the iPhone that allows me to charge my phone, keep it fully charged, and plug in a 3.5mm jack. I've got an external battery in my pocket because that way it doesn't drain my iPhone's battery. My iPhone's battery will last years longer if I keep it plugged in while I'm doing these. So I've got this pretty big backup battery in my pocket. Then I've got this headset with a windscreen. It's a pretty sophisticated operation for a one-man show for these mobile live streams. I try to even bring these mobile live streams to you folks at the highest quality. You see some other mobile live streams and, you know, you can't see them that well, or you can't even hear it because of the wind noise, right? Yes, we have private planes here in Texas. So yeah, I personally am tired of the excessive amount of exaggerated content or fake content. You have these women that now go on TikTok and they whine and complain about guys and how guys don't like single moms or don't want single moms or whatever, right? And then they doll themselves up looking all cute and sexy in these videos. Why is that? Well, it's because they're trying to get attention talking smack about guys. If they said a nice thing about guys, then nobody would watch them, right? If they were like overly nice, not as many people would watch, right? And then all these guys on YouTube wouldn't be going to TikTok and making reaction videos off these women, further giving them exposure, right? Do you folks actually think that those women on TikTok that talk smack about men all day in their 1 minute short videos, do you think they're actually like that? Or do you think they're exaggerating it they're overly exaggerating it a little bit just to get attention, right? Because nowadays, it seems like if you don't bring at least a little element of drama into what you're doing, then no one really cares to watch. I just don't get that. I want to live a drama-free life. I can't stand drama. It's pathetic. Here's a better view of Highway 101. Hang on, I gotta clear my throat. Excuse me. I'm actually not even dehydrated because I drank a lot of liquid before this trail. And I've been meaning to buy myself a little fanny pack that can hold a couple bottled waters, or bottles of water, I mean. Put it around my waist, but I keep forgetting to buy it from Amazon. I want to order a pretty comfortable one that I can easily, pull out a bottle of water and drink while I'm on these mobile live streams. Because down the road, I plan on doing some live streams. I plan on taking like a 1-month vacation at some point, maybe next summer, and traveling through a bunch of states and doing some long walking with purpose streams, showing you folks the parts of the country I'm around. So I'm gonna need to prepare for that. Lots of planes flying in and out of San Carlos Airport today. Beautiful. Beautiful. It's really nice when there aren't too many people on this trail. That's why what I'm going to try to do from here on out is do these walking with purpose streams around this same time. Around 1 or 2 p.m. Eastern, 10 or 11 a.m. Pacific. You just knock it out, get some good exercise early on in the day, and then come back and do either another piece of pre-recorded content or a live stream from the studio. But yeah, folks, here's the thing. I want to help people create greatness. I want to help people create content on the internet that's sustainable long term, that's meaningful, right? I want to ask you folks in the chat, and be honest with me. I know you folks are here for the right reason. You're my mods and that, right? But do you folks sometimes get wrapped into a little bit of drama, even though you don't like drama? Like, are you curious about what's going on in certain drama sectors at times? And be honest, because I really want to know how you feel. Because it's like a psychological thing. And drama creators know that even people that can't stand drama will tune in most of the time when they're being talked about, right? I myself personally have learned to just not even care what they say about me, to the point of where I don't watch them. They can talk about me all day, every day. They can talk about me all day, every day, right? There are people that'll make 3-4 hour streams on me, right? Thinking that I give a damn, right? Trying to get my attention, trying to suck me back in, right? I could care less. Especially if it's the same old song and dance over and over and over again, right? The same old song, I can't even talk, the same old song and dance. Over and over again. God, my pinched nerve is almost gone. I mean, I feel like my balance is almost back to normal. I'm wearing my hiking boots on this trail to give me more stability. Even though it's a flat trail, it is a dirt trail. So even on a flat, this is not even really a hiking trail. This is like a walking trail pretty much. But it kind of looks like you're out on a hiking trail because it's in the wetlands. But even then, any dirt trail I go on, even if it's not a hiking trail, I wear my hiking boots. It just gives you more stability and gives you more cushion. And as you get older, your feet, give me a second here. As you get older, your feet, they start to, take a toll, right? And if you can get more padding on your feet, you're less prone to, create some nerve damage. And trust me, if you mess up a nerve down there, oh man, it's a pain in the butt. For me, I herniated a disc like a year and a half ago, right? And at its peak, what happens is that pain goes from your disc through your butt cheek, your ass cheek, down your leg, on the backside of your knee, through your, shin and your thigh area, all the way down to your feet, and you feel it, right? You compress that nerve, right? That nerve is sending a signal all the way from your lower back, in this instance, down your entire leg to your feet, right? If that thing gets pinched, you're going to feel the tingly sensation and you're going to lose balance, from the lower back on down. It's literally a pain in the ass. You see here. On my side of YouTube, yes, says Lewis. Yes, I sometimes will go into a channel and just easy drop. You meant eavesdrop, right, Lewis? So, Lewis, let me ask you a question. What makes you feel the need to go eavesdrop on a drama channel, even if you know they're going to talk about you? Why does it matter to you what they say when you know what they say is a bunch of crap? And they're just trying to trigger you to get a reaction from you, right? Like, here's the thing with me. These people used to trigger me before I figured out the YouTube game, right? And once I figured it out, I didn't allow them to trigger me anymore. And part of me not getting triggered anymore is not even caring to go and listen to what they're saying about me anymore, right? You see, until you can go without having to check into when people are talking smack about you. Like, for example, if someone's doing a live stream about you and they're talking smack about you, until you can go without tuning in, meaning ignoring that show, then you really care about what they say. If you don't care about what they say, then you don't even tune in. It doesn't matter to you, right? And that's part of the thing I want to help coach people through. Right? Because there are still some creators that want to create real content. The majority of people seem to want to create drama or fabricated stuff or exaggerate things because they feel that's the only way they can get attention, right? Because there's so much competition, right? But for those of you that want to create something real and genuine like me, you're going to have trolls. You're going to have haters. And you're going to have to learn to just ignore them and let them talk smack about you all day, every day, right? And when they come to your channel, you have to have a good mod crew and just block them, right? And not acknowledge them, right? I'm only sharing this for example purposes, right? Lewis says, because sometimes I don't want to hear their BS. Even if I don't give a shit, what do you think or say? Is there sometimes that you're just bored, Lewis, and there's nothing else to watch, so you just tune in, just out of curiosity or just to get a good laugh about them talking about you? I'm just curious to know. Like I want to learn more about the psychology of people that feel the need to tune in to other people when they're talked about in a bad way. Because I used to be involved in that. And it wasn't easy getting out of it, right? Because I thought that was the way to grow on YouTube. And then I realized the more I kept feeding into these people, the more content I was giving them, the more their drama audience was donating to them to trigger me. And I was entertaining their drama audience at my expense. The only way to stop that is to just ignore it and not feed into it and not care about it, right? Because then you give them nothing new. And if they try to regurgitate the same shit over and over again afterwards, or after that time, it gets old. It gets totally old. At some point, people are going to be like, this is the same thing. I'm not going to donate anymore. Come up with something new, dude. If you're going to trigger this guy, try to trigger him. It seems like you're not getting to him anymore. Move on to something else, right? I'm still wondering what they're going to do with this trail here. I think they're going to be moving the SF Bay Trail over there. But this is still closed. It's a very nice day. It's literally like 70 degrees right now. I can't ask for any better weather than this. I'm going to ask my audience here. I've got about another 10 minutes before I get to the end. I can extend this another 20 more minutes by going to the other side and showing you folks the other side I haven't been to in a while. If you want me to go to the other side and extend this stream a little bit, put a 1 in the chat. If you want me to kill it because you're bored off your ass, put a 2 in the chat. And be honest with me now. You're not going to lose your mod wrench for your honesty, okay? I don't do that. I don't play that game anymore. Got some really good mods back here on YouTube. One of the latest ones is I brought him back, Donnie Shaw from the Donnie Shaw Show. Good dude. Dion, SIFUSMO, Lewis Fuller, his sister Adelaide's Advice Addict, Queen Helen Casey. We still have Lord Gaelic around. Alex the Beer Master still around. He's back in the Facebook group now, behind the scenes. We have Lauren Axelrod from the Real Talk with Lauren channel. She's going to be very interesting to collaborate with. She's got some stories just like I do. Lauren and I are going to do some really good shows. And you know what, Dion, if you're still around, I think you, Lauren, and I should do some shows together, bro. I think you and I would make a great trio. If you don't already know who she is, bro, get to know her. She's in that private group I started on Facebook. And I'm going to be bringing in a lot more people into that group. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, WrestleMania channel, Jamie WrestleMania. That's his name, Jamie. He's a different Jamie. I've known him since the days of my former channel, over 4 years. He popped in the other day. He's still around. He's a good guy. I got to try to get him into the Facebook group, too. I think we're connected on Facebook. and a few other people that I can't recall right now. Lewis says 1. Well, you're the only one so far, Lewis. I can keep it going for you if you'd like. Here comes a plane that literally is flying right above the power lines. Wow, I thought that plane was going to crash into the power lines. It is flying so low. I mean, that's scary because if that plane crashed into the power lines, those power lines could snap all the way as far as where I'm at. And the trolls watching would be like, oh, we just saw Eli perish on the air. That's what it took to get rid of him off of YouTube. For a plane to crash into the power lines. And then the power lines snap on over the trail and electrocute Eli, right? I'm very well aware of my surroundings, all right? Very well aware of my surroundings. See that over there? I can't zoom on these streams. That's the overpass you cross to drive around to park at Bar Island. Here comes another plane. There are a lot of planes coming in and out today. And they could see me clearly down here. They got the bird's eye view. That plane is just cruising at a very, very slow speed. You barely hear that engine. All right. Is that would be bad. Can you get electrocuted? Well, think about it, Lewis. Lewis, do you know what high voltage is? See, Lewis, these are high voltage power transmission lines. If one of those lines snaps, right, and that wire touches you, you're instantly dead, brother. You know how much electricity runs through those? These high voltage transmission lines power entire cities, bro. Many cities. Could that? Yes, Lewis. That would be the last time you would see me, brother. That would be a sad day, wouldn't it? Here's the entrance to the new part of this trail. I don't know when they're going to open this, or I've been trying to read online to try to find out what's going on over here, but there's no information. There's a website for the SF Bay Trail, and I think over the next 5 to 10 years, they're going to have it completed to the point of where you could actually walk around the entire bay. It'll be 500 miles worth of trails, but you can walk around the entire SF Bay. Now, there are going to be some detours because, walking around the entire SF Bay is not, 500 miles, but they're going to have like side trails that you're going to have to go through. It's not going to be like a direct around the bay. And once they have it completed, that's another thing I'm going to do. I'll take like a month off and walk the entire SF Bay Trail. Well, I'll probably still be working anyway. Maybe some people will be kind and throw some super chats and PayPals and Cash Apps, etc., right? Even 220 volts is more enough to kill you or be severely injured. Of course it is, Lewis. But these transmission lines are much, much greater than that, brother. Much, much greater than that. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. I'm just extending this show a little bit now. I don't really have a whole lot more to talk about the topic. I mean, I could probably share some more examples of this. But, you know, I've done this topic justice already. Right now, I'm just hanging out with my audience a little bit more. What I need to start doing, I just haven't had time to do it. You know, with my fast new laptop, I need to clip some of these walking streams and in-studio streams and make pre-recorded videos with the actual content part of it. Because, you know, after you create content and you do a live stream and you're just kicking back with your audience, just BSing like I'm doing now, the new people are not going to find any value in that, right? That's another thing I want to help people understand. When you're creating content on YouTube or the internet, you have to know your audience and understand your audience. And if you want to build a new audience, you have to kind of create two different types of content. You got to create one that's going to cater to your primary audience that knows you, meaning that I'll do a stream like this with a topic, and then I'll BS with the audience that knows me. I'll stay on live that extra half hour or so while I'm walking to answer questions and do that, right? But then for the newer audience, I can clip out the first half of this show, and that way, you know, they'll get some value out of that. Whereas they won't get any value of me just talking with Lewis Fuller. And Lewis, I love you, but, you know, the whole world doesn't know us, right? It's a nice little bench over here. The water is full today. It's absolutely beautiful out here. Absolutely gorgeous. Just gonna take it in for a second. See over there? Right over there is the other observation deck. I see a couple people on there right now. I'm probably gonna go over there because Lewis put a 1 in the chat. I guess everyone else left. Oh, Queen, I'm here. Hey, what's up, Queen? I'm so glad I did a live stream. I'm glad you did one too, Lewis. Lewis, let's plan one out. Let's plan a live stream sometime this week or next week. You want to do an interview, Lewis? I mean, you're going to get trolled. Lewis, do you realize that I did not even promote your live stream on my community tab or Facebook today? Typically I do. The reason why I didn't do it, like I mentioned on your stream, was because I wanted to try to keep the trolls out. But my one super troll, I'm not going to mention his name, he knows who he is. Let's just call him the doctor, okay? I said it one time. The doctor is still trolling me. He's so obsessed with me, man. I didn't even promote the stream, right? So this guy's probably subscribed to you, right? He probably noticed you going live. And he was thinking, okay, if Lewis is live, Eli might pop on in. So let me see if Eli's there so I can troll him, right? Man. There's a group in the 80s named Animotion that sang a song called Obsession. You're my obsession. Right. Right. Dun, 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 dun. You are my obsession. You're my obsession. Right? Lewis, that was unprovoked, Lewis. We didn't promote that at all. And he assumed I was going to be there. All those people are mad because I no longer give them any new content, right? They've exhausted trolling every single aspect of my life that there's nothing new, right? And I'm not giving them anything new, so it's like they're just regurgitating the same shit over and over and over again. You know what I mean? Yes, don't worry. He is just one of the biggest assholes trolled on you. I think you meant to say asshole, Lewis. Assholes, Holds. You know, Lewis, you have a mod wrench. You know that, right? You can bypass the profanity filter. It's okay, Lewis. I think it's your autocorrect. Assholes, Holds. I love when you spell it that way, Lewis. Are you on your phone or your tablet, Lewis? Is it autocorrecting? He said yes. So you're saying the doctor is an asshole, right? He's watching right now. He's triggered. He's triggered because he has to wait 24 hours for his new accounts to be able to troll Lewis. He's saying, I want to snap off that big tongue of Eli's, right? Right? All right, I'm provoking him a little bit right now, Lewis. I better stop. But here's the thing, Lewis. I haven't provoked any of these people for like a year, right? And they're still obsessed with me, dude. It's like they want me, right? Everybody wants Eli, right? I'm just a normal dude, just want to live my life. And help other people build a level of confidence like I have for myself and help people accomplish whatever it is their heart's desire. That's all I want to do. That's all I've been doing. Now see, Lewis and Queen and anyone else here, you can see these transmission lines a little bit closer here. I'm hearing a plane somewhere. There it is. I don't know if you folks can see that. I don't know where it's going. My God, that dude almost ran into me. He didn't go on the other side. He just sorry. I lost a shot because that dude just ran right up against me instead of going around me on the other side. I literally felt him like scrape up against me. Is that plane turning around and going to the airport? Because the runway is the other way. It's probably making like a U-turn in the sky. Yeah. All right. Let's keep going. Stop provoking them. Oh, Queen, I'm not really provoking them, Queen. Queen, here's the thing. It doesn't matter whether I provoke them or not. They love me too much to let me go, Queen. When people love you as much as they love me, Queen, it doesn't matter if you don't talk about them for 5 years, Queen. They're still going to come at me. They want a piece of me. They want a piece of the Greek god, right? Humbly speaking, that is, right? I'm a very humble person. I have lots of humility. I am going to go on the other side today. I feel really good. I haven't felt this good since I herniated my disc. There's a woman coming. I'm going to wait for her to pass on by. Give you this beautiful shot here. So that's like the walkway right there where the PG&E, Pacific Gas and Electric Company workers, they walk and then they climb up the transmission tower there, and they make any repairs. Either that or they use some lift or something. I've never seen them work on these lines here, but who knows, maybe they do climb up that thing. Nice, beautiful $5,000 per month apartments. You're in New York, SIFUSMO. I'm not sure if you're still around, but that's how much your apartments cost out there too in the city area. Here in the Bay Area, they're that price everywhere, especially out here right by the water. Overpriced. Well, it's just high demand. Not trying to show up, one of the best places to live in the world. We're 13 feet above sea level. The air is thin, the weather is great. What do you expect to pay when everyone wants to live here, right? Supply and demand, right? The demand is high, supply is limited, right? So this is the opposite view of me coming in. We're going to go to the other side. We are a part of this story. Welcome to Bar Island. Visit, VIZZIT. A free audio tour of this trail is available by downloading the Visit app. Instead of VISIT, VIZZIT. Wow! I may have to download that. They're showing the other parts of the wetlands across in the East Bay, Mount Diablo. I've actually hiked Mount Diablo. It's like 3,500 feet. It's where all the transmission towers are for TV and radio signals. Livermore Valley, it's in the East Bay. It's awesome. And there's my favorite seal. I've shown this before. Many of you have, seen me walk this trail before, but in case you're new, and I haven't been on this side in a while, so we're gonna go. We're gonna get some more exercise in, because I feel incredible today. I feel full of energy. I am actually more limber than I've been in a long time. This side's only about a quarter of a mile. You can even see the observation deck over there. Now see, Lewis, if you're still around, look at how close I am to this transmission tower. You can even hear the power. High voltage, danger, high voltage. That's even a solar panel right there. Probably to just maybe help bring in some more power or Power those boxes right there. I mean, you can literally hear the power. That's how much power is going through that thing, man. When you can hear it, dude, that's a lot of voltage. All right, let's see here. Folks, please like this stream, share it out. I'm more than likely going to be doing another stream from the studio tonight at around 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. It's going to be a dating topic. I forgot what it is. I have it on my iPhone. I take notes when I come up with topics. I just can't remember. It's a really good topic. It's going to be a dating topic. And we're going to be on for a couple hours. So 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific, unless something crazy comes up or I'm exhausted, which I don't foresee that. I'm actually feeling really good today. This is the first time I've felt good enough to actually do this entire trail on a walk. So that's a positive sign. Folks, here's the thing. You go through things like pinching a nerve or you break a bone or something. I got to tell you, folks, physical therapy is one of the most amazing things that can heal your body. If you can avoid surgery and as much medication as possible, now I'll tell you, I've taken a lot of aspirin. I typically do. Now, aspirin, ibuprofen, not as bad. But if you take like painkillers and stuff like that, you know, things above an aspirin level, above 200 milligrams of aspirin, you know, that's, you know, when you have to go to that level, that's really not that good. Allowing your body to heal naturally is the best way. I mean, I probably could have opted for surgery for the herniated disc, but they told me not to do that at this point. Get physical therapy, do your stretches, walk as much as you can. You know, keep yourself moving, try not to sit as often, which, you know, when I do the in-studio streams, can't help that, but besides that, I'm typically up and moving around, or I'm laying on the couch in a position that does not affect my back. It's when you're in the seated position, if you don't have the right support, that's what affects your back. I actually, a couple months ago, purchased a lumbar support for my chair. Now, I don't have a high back chair for my studio. And the reason why I didn't purchase a high back chair is because I have a green screen and I didn't want to have the high back show up in the picture. I just want the picture to show me and the background, right? And so in order to get better back support, I had to get a lumbar support that supports my lower back, just like a high back chair would. This is more like a computer chair. Computer chairs, you sit on them too long and, you know, they can really mess you up after a while. I take ibuprofen twice a day for knee arthritis. Ibuprofen is fine, dude. Ibuprofen, like, I'll take aspirin typically, usually at least once a day. Sometimes I go without taking it. It depends on how I'm feeling. But I'll take 2 at once. I take 2 Advil liquid gels. They're 200 milligrams each, total of 400 milligrams. And you could take it every 4 to 6 hours. Nothing wrong with ibuprofen. It's when you get into the, you know, the higher dosage, you know, pain meds. The ones that my dad used to take before he passed away. You know, I don't need any of those, at least at this point, right? But again, Lewis, physical therapy, let me tell you, Physical therapy makes all the difference, man. And getting around, moving around, stretching out that muscle makes a world of difference. I'm going to show you this right here before I go up the observation deck, and I'm going to head on back and start wrapping this up. Prohibited, or unauthorized entry prohibited. U.S. Department of the Interior Fish and Wildlife Service. If I come over here, see, it's really windy here, but with this windscreen, you should just be able to hear the water. I'm going to be quiet a second. Let me know if you can hear the water. Lewis, can you hear the water at all? Somebody out there in a canoe. Lewis says yes. BRB says Lewis, he says yes. Cool. This thing is doing its job. You know, I want to take the last part of this stream to really thank each and every one of you that supported this channel and myself. We've been doing this on this channel for almost 3 years now. It'll be 3 years this December. And this December is also the 2-year anniversary of my channel being monetized on YouTube. And some of you have even been following me back to my former channel. I've been doing this for 4.5, close to 5 years total. And I love it, folks. I want to be the guy that can entertain you in a positive way and uplift you when you're feeling down, but not bore you when everything else in your life is going the drama way. I want to entertain you in a positive way. I like to say, I entertain people while throwing down truth bombs. And when I'm in the studio, the home studio, and do the in-studio streams, I have my truth bomb soundbite. Here's what you see off this observation deck. I tell you, folks, I could literally sit out here for the next hour and literally just turn off my phone and just enjoy the peace and quiet, getting away from it all. You know, I would say this, like, this is a romantic spot to be with a nice, sweet, beautiful woman. This is a beautiful spot to be with a nice, sweet, beautiful woman. I'll even tell you this. As much as I respect being with a nice, sweet, beautiful woman, and I would love to have a nice, sweet, beautiful woman with me here, sometimes I just want my space. No disrespect to any woman or anything like that, but just being out here on your own, smelling or breathing in the fresh air and smelling, you know, the beauty of nature. And if it wasn't for these planes, it would be even more quiet, but that's all right. We're in the modern world. It's the next best thing, right? It's as peaceful as it can get. Beautiful sun. How long have we been on for now? We've been on for 94 minutes. It's one of the longest streams I've done mobile in a while. This is going to be like an hour and 45-minute mobile stream. It's all good. I've got plenty of battery power. I mean, the iPhone 12 Pro Max is a good, great battery, like 3,800 milliamps. But I've got a 26,000 milliamp battery in my pocket here. It's pretty thin. It's not totally thin, but it's thin enough to go in my pocket, and I have it charging the phone while I'm live. So I could literally probably broadcast for like 12 hours straight without my battery dying. Now, I think that would get pretty old and boring, right? But I come prepared, right? It's an absolute gorgeous day today. But like I was saying, folks, the body is an amazing self-healer. It's a self-healing mechanism, which is what I'm trying to say. If you allow your body to heal, it will. I'm a little giddy because, like I said, I haven't felt this good in a year and a half since I herniated my disc, the pinched nerve. When you feel your body getting back to normal completely and you feel nice and loose and you have the energy to go longer than you normally have been going the last year and a half. Now, before I pinched my nerve, I could go all day. I've done 15-mile hikes, no problem. Since I pinched my nerve, I think the longest hike I was able to do was 8 miles. And it would just depend. Some days were just better than others. I'd stretch out. I'd use, I have some pain cream and stuff that I use, real-time pain relief. It's all natural. That's perfectly fine. But now, I feel like I can do the 15 miles. Just like for the last year plus that I've been doing this trail, I've only been able to do the first half. Now I'm doing the other half, and it just feels amazing. I wanted to share that with you folks. We still have 11 people here. Thank you so much for being here. Again, I want to thank everyone that's really supported this this journey of mine. And it's been one hell of a ride. It's unlike any ride I've ever experienced in my life. But like I've said before, I'll say this again. What the hell is that? That's a chopper. That's a chopper. Well, where's that chopper from? That's probably a traffic chopper. A chopper that's flying that low and that slow is probably a traffic chopper going over the freeway. Helicopters, one of the greatest inventions, especially for policemen. When you have fugitives on the run, they can't outrun the chopper. There's nothing that has more flexibility and can fly low and fly at a slow speed or a fast speed, right? They've called the chopper the eye in the sky, right? I think that was a song by the Eagles, The Eye in the Sky, right? And that's what TV stations and radio stations use to quickly fly around their area, like here, the Bay Area region, and report the traffic. You get there quick, there's no traffic in the sky, and you have a bird's eye view of everything. But anyway, like I was saying, I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. I know people have come and gone from my channel. And what I was about to say a second ago was that, like I mentioned in the past, YouTube has made me a stronger person than I already was. I was very strong before I came on YouTube. I had very thick skin. But like I've said before, and I'll say it again, that's not good enough for YouTube. YouTube will test your already thick skin and will force you to have even thicker skin. You need thick skin times 10 on YouTube to survive out here. With the amount of trolls and haters and drama people and anonymous people attacking you and coming at you and your family in real life, you want to make this thing work. You've got to have thick skin times 10. I understand. It's not easy for everyone to be able to tolerate this shit I've tolerated, to be able to be out here, especially showing my face and using my real name. But I've never been a quitter. I've always been a fighter. I mean, I'm more of a lover than a fighter. But what I'm saying when I say I'm a fighter, I'm not saying like a fake boxing match like Jake Paul, or even a real boxing match. I'm not saying a fighter like that. I'm saying I fight through things. I don't let people kick me down. I don't let people scare me away or chase me away. There have been so many people over the last 4 years that kept doing crazy things trying to get me to leave this platform so they can have one big laugh, right, at my expense, right? And you know what I've said to them over and over again in my head? You can figure it out. I won't say it. It's a 4-letter word. It starts with F. It's also the third finger on our left and right hand, right? The third finger, the middle finger, right? I don't even like giving people the middle finger, right? But these people, they really deserve the middle finger. I mean, I want to have respect and love for everyone, but some people, they take things way, way out of line. I have no problem with these people coming at me all they want. You can come at me all you want, right? You want to come at me all you want. But if you come at my family because you can't get to me, that's where I draw the line. That's where I shove the middle finger up your you-know-what. Actually, I wouldn't want to get my hand dirty. That's what's happened. I've had people come at me for years. It's a UPS truck, diesel, loud. I've had people come at me for years. They couldn't get to me. So in order to try to get to me, they started reaching out to my family, my mother, my brother, other people on my Facebook. I had to lock that down. YouTube tests your strength. I've always been a strong man. But because of what I've experienced out here, let me tell you something. Not only can I handle YouTube a lot better now, having 10 times the strength of what I had in real life, which you don't need more than regular strength in real life because you're not dealing with anonymous people. But now having the strength that I have now, being 10 times stronger on YouTube, there's nothing that phases me in the real world at all. There's nothing that scares me. There's nothing that phases me. There's no one I'm afraid of. No one can kick me down. It's been one hell of a journey, folks. And I'll tell you this. I never expected to, get something out of it in this way, right? If all else fails regarding my YouTube channel and my business and all that, if all else fails, what I got out of this whole thing was more strength. 10 times the strength that I already had as a man. And I had enough strength, right? But like I said, when you come out on YouTube, when you come out on social media, but especially YouTube and the way it's set up with the live streams and all that and the trolling and all that, you got to have 10 times greater strength. You got to be 10 times stronger than in real life. All right, folks. We are at, we're at 1 hour and 45 minutes right now. 105 minutes is 1 hour and 45 minutes. I want to thank you all for being here. Thank you to Queen Helen Casey for being here. Thank you to Lewis Fuller for being here. Thank you to SIFUSMO, aka Dion, for being here. Thank you to Lewis's sister, Adelaide's advice addict, for being here earlier. And anyone else that I missed. I appreciate you folks. I love you all. I'm going to head back, and who knows? I may give my mother a call and see what she's up to. Maybe go have some lunch or dinner with her, and then come back and do that stream tonight. 90% chance there's going to be a stream at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific from the studio regarding a relationship dating topic that I can't remember right now because it's on my iPhone. So stick around for that. Lewis says, a big stick up there. You know what? Yep. You're welcome. It was a pleasure. Lewis, thank you so much for being here, bro, Queen, and everyone else. Have yourselves a good one. We'll see you all next time. Later tonight. Take care. Bye. We're out. Peace out.